Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. Shirtless Gamer once again. Today what we have is a back-to-back replay of the Object 279E for you. Both these matches are pretty mediocre rounds, nothing too special. I'm just going to pretty much talk about what I go through with it and also some of the strengths and misplays that may have occurred with the tank. So as most of you guys know, this vehicle has 4 tracks. There is no lower plate on this vehicle. So if you actually prop yourself up on pretty much anything in front of you, you're going to block most stuff. That's what's going to make your armor the strongest. And what I'm also hoping is it's going to kind of show that this tank's not as overpowered and unstoppable as a lot of players do believe that it is. Because its front plate is relatively weak, especially for those very large caliber heat rounds, such as like the 705A, E100s, as you guys will see. So we end up getting Redshire, and of course I'm going to push to the blimp. That's where the most HP is going to be, and well, what else do you want to do in a vehicle that's just meant to wreak havoc? I have the full Bond equipment on this vehicle, plus a pretty decent crew. I've got the what's her name? The special chick you can get out of the Christmas loot boxes, plus all the other snow maidens. So this is a pretty skilled crew in this vehicle, plus the full, like I said, that full equipment. And I kind of make a misplay by coming up here because it exposed me to all that. But that being said, I wanted to put my frontal armor, which is the strongest, towards them, because I knew that was gonna either they would hit me in the side or I try and face them that way. But the Sturv actually pens me, so I want to get out of there as fast as possible. So the 705A comes up, shooting heat right off the bat. But that being said, I can't blame him. I shoot a lot of heat out of this vehicle because at this stage of the game, like, I have everything. Like, why not? I've got the credits to burn. As of this point, I'm just making an overpowered tank as more overpowered as I can. So right here, I should actually be loading AP for this since he's holding that angle. That way I'll be able to shoot through his tracks, as you'll see. That was just a bad shot, because if you didn't see it, I actually pushed up and it lifted my tank 2 away. And then here, 430U just pushes around, so I'm just putting around to each side. So yeah, you can get this thing down to a 7.7 second reload, which is pretty absurd, especially since it's a 440 alpha. It's one of the fastest rate of fire heavies I think there is, even at 210. That was just a bad shot. I honestly, I don't know why I took that shot. I think I was trying to hope to get his tracks, but couldn't. But either way, he bounced off me, so I didn't really lose anything. And I saw that E3 coming up, and I was like, oh boy, I just got to get back. I do not want to lose another 750 HP to him. But he gets perma-tracked, and they end up finishing him, so I'm able to actually pull away. So here I'm kind of stuck. I don't know what I want to do. I was thinking of staying up there, but honestly, fighting a 705A at that angle, he's going to pen my frontal plate every single time with this heat round. So I'm going to pressure the IS-4 instead. I'm going to try and squeeze in front of this guy so that way he can still side scrape off of me. But, yeah, just that way, if I can't do anything there, why not go help the other side? And now we're just going to keep throwing shells straight through the IS-4's lower plate. Now, once again, I could be using AP for this. IS-4's lower plate's not hard, and the AP shells have a 258 standard, just like most tier 10 heavies, so it's not awful. I could definitely be using that, but, if you got the heat, why not use it? So I wanted that 430 to actually push a little while, like, before I pushed around on this guy, but he didn't, so it's whatever. 705 pushes through, takes it, and that IS-4 actually pushes up, and that way I end up hitting the thicker lower angle of his plate there. So I bounce, it's whatever. Throw another shell in. I'm just trying to assist him as much as possible. Now, looking back at this, I should have actually pushed in front of him to help give him more cover, but he ends up getting ammo wrecked. There's nothing I can do to him there. And that shell before that one, once again, if I had AP there, I would have actually kind of went through. So, yeah, he pushes over, and thankfully he bounces. I try to use auto aim, doesn't work. This just goes to show that it doesn't matter what tank you're in, what ammo you're firing. You aim your shells in, it'll make it a lot easier. And then, I, of course, hit a rock because I can't fly. And once again, I came out of sniper aim because I was too focused on trying to run away that I actually hit his upper plate rather than penning. So, there was a lot of rounds here that I took that were either just poor marksmanship, as in I waited too long, or I shot too early, or I just didn't aim it through. Um, I should have been well at about 6k damage there, if not 7. And then just right here, that Centurion, I don't know if you guys paid any attention to him. If you haven't, you want to look back at it. So he kind of, I'm not gonna lie, he kind of annoyed me. He was there supporting us the whole time, but then he just stopped. He let both those tanks push in on me, and he just sat there. Like, I've watched the replay through, and he literally just sat there doing nothing. But you know, you can't change it. We ended up winning. It was an absolute stomp, but it's whatever. With this done, we're gonna go through the post-game stats, and then I'm gonna push us straight into the next game. So yeah, like I said, as you noticed, those 705As, the heat rounds are pretty dirty. It doesn't matter what tank you're in. Even this one can be destroyed. If you run into one of these things and they're trying to use their frontal armor against you, just if you have that high caliber heat round, just send it right through. You want to aim kind of center mass of the center plate, and you'll go through almost all the time. Occasionally you'll get bounced, but that being said, like the main point of this is they're not the best games. I've had better, but I just wasn't recording for those. But it's mainly just to show you that these tanks aren't invulnerable. Like, you can still destroy them. But that being said, we end up getting El Haluf this round, and you know, just gotta let this EBR that he's looking good. He's a little snack just like myself, with the tangerine skin, or the orange slices, whatever you want to call them. So once again, I'm gonna play stereotypical heavy. I'm gonna push up to that Alpha 3 quadrant, and I'm just gonna play that corner. Just standard heavy tank gameplay on this map. But that being said, as you can see, they have a Jagdpanzer E100, which has a 420 pen heat round. Those things destroy 2 790s very, very quickly. I found that out the hard way on about my 3rd game playing in this tank. I pulled around the corner on Ghost Town, and I took a Yag heat round straight through the front, backed up literally 2 feet, took an E4 APCR round to the back. I was dead. Literally died in 2 shells. So that, you know, if you don't use your head with this tank, it's not the easiest tank to play. Like, yes, from the front it's very dummy proof, but if you over angle, you're gonna get penned. If you under angle, you're gonna get penned. If you sit still, you're gonna get penned. The cupolas on top are actually, they're fairly large and easy to hit, especially if the player doesn't try and like wiggle his turret at all. But you know, from the position here on El Haluf where we're going to be playing, you don't really need to wiggle, because it's a fair distance away, and most vehicles that hold that corner at the C1, the accuracy's not the best. So like I said, what we're doing is we're going to push up, just making sure he doesn't poke around. We're going to push up. He hits us with HE. We fire a standard round straight through his frontal armor. 268, I kind of feel like it needs a little buff. I don't know if I'm speaking for myself, but its armor on the front, frankly, with all the new vehicles coming in, it literally can't even hold a frontal engagement with you. But mind you, he is overextending himself quite a bit, and I was gonna back up, but you know, we got a friend here, so instead of pulling all the way back, I then decided to push upwards, so that way I could keep covering his lower plate, so he doesn't then take a shell in return easily. So now I'm just trying to snipe that cupola of the Jagdpanzer, and you know, with that being said, you know, you can only do so much with a Russian gun. So heat round straight through the superstructure of a Jag. It's not the hardest thing to do, but I don't know what he's doing. He gives us just an easy, clean shell straight through the engine deck. I'm honestly surprised we didn't start him on fire there, but at the end of the day, we shot him. He didn't shoot us. It's whatever. So now I got to pressure up a little bit. So I want to take some of the pressure off of where those mediums are. So that 140, hopefully, yeah. Just send a shell through him. And we got the E3 to the front. He just came up. So now I'm pulling back because I don't want to push up against an E3. That shell, I was kind of hoping RNG would have lit that in, but you know, you can't do everything. Just looking for a quick little shot. I just didn't want to back up and take that shell like that gorilla did. So with that gorilla being destroyed though, now we have hold down. we can literally push this mountain out an extra about 3 feet that now we can use to then kill the Yag and the E3. So we're just going to keep punishing the Yag because he keeps poking. There's nothing he's going to be able to do with the 340 heat pen with this. I was thinking about trying to hit that E3, but why get a 50-50 shot if I can get a guaranteed shot? As you can see, Artie just loves the 279. But like I said, from here we actually don't have a shot on the E3, so we're going to try and make the gorilla move, so that way we can actually use his wreck to better our chances with the E3, because E3s, E4s, pretty much any tier 10 tank destroyer will go straight through the front plate. The armor on this vehicle, like I said, it is impressive to pretty much anything but tank destroyers. TDs will hurt you a lot, and we leave the Yag on about 1 HP. So that's, you know, as painful as that is, it's whatever. There's nothing else we can do. So the E3 is low HP, and I don't trust my gun enough to try and lip one into that sliver of a lower plate that he's got showed. So I'm just gonna send HE shells into his track, and that one hits the wall because, you know, that's how shells work when your barrel is to the right. But like I said, we're gonna just keep pounding the E3 with HE shells because it's guaranteed damage. He's low HP. Why not? We have the shells, and there you go. Accuracy. Kill shot misses. It's whatever. We're just switch right back over to our normal shells, and then now we're gonna try and push and help that Bat Chat out. The Bat Chat does die, but at this point, like, what are we gonna do? At the end of the day, we're still pushing up. We're doing what we need to do. We're down by 2, but I still have majority of my HP, so I feel pretty safe, especially because the Yag's a one-shot, the 140's a one-shot if I roll decent. I'm not scared of the Progetto. Now that guy is not the one I want to actually take a hit from. So good thing we narrowly missed that. And I've got this 183 behind me. The 140 looks like he's going to try and push, like, very aggressive. So what I'm actually going to do here is, from that position, I don't have gun depression, so I can't use that position to actually, like, do well with my vehicle. So I'm going to go play back on the Alpha 3 corner, back where I was, and the 140 actually comes all the way around to try and flank, bounces off the side of our turret with heat, because, you know, 279E, fair and balanced. We just send one straight through him. I load an HE here because I'm hoping to run into that 405, because, as everybody knows, I think his turret has like 14 millimeters armor, and, well,
I'll be back in a bit.
Hitting him with HE is extremely nice. But then again, I see this 1 HP Yag, I'm like, well, if he pokes around, I'm just going to hit him with the HE. I'll just guarantee the kill is whatever. But our Artie actually kills him, so that's good for us. It saves us the HE, so that way we can actually put it through him. He's looking at us, misses, we get double Artied, but we do connect that HE shell for 546. It's not the highest of HE shells there, but honestly, you know, I'm not going to argue. I hit him for over 500 when normally it's a 440, so I'll take it. Now he's one-shot range. EBR comes behind. We're going to shut him down real quick. And now we're just going to kind of play defensive because we are the only vehicle here. Mind you, they are both pretty close to dead. I would feel pretty comfortable fighting both of them at the same time. But like I said, if I don't want to, you don't want to overexert yourself. It doesn't matter what tank you're in. You can be in the strongest tank, but numbers will always overwhelm you. Same goes with just about everything. If they have the numbers, they're generally going to overwhelm you, and there's not a whole lot you're going to be able to actually do. So like I said, I'm going to keep playing this corner, just get those spots. I see the Progetto actually makes a run for it, and then the 405 sends a shell straight through the side because I was not paying attention. I was too tunnel visioned on that Progetto, trying to see if I could get a shell in, but it's whatever. He's got 600 HP. I'm hoping the Artie hits him, or alternatively this EBR actually comes in and shoots him, and I'll be able to finish him, which the EBR does. So I'm going to just push around, send it through his turret, and I'm just going to keep on my merry way. So the Progetto was last seen going to cap. So I expect him to be about, you know, F3 sniping into the T62. He either A, gets a reset, or the T62 just drove off. I'm not too sure because he's out of render distance. The EBR is pushing up top, so I'm going to push low. It's a general thing what we do. The Progetto actually turns around on that EBR, kills him, and then, well, I'm right here, so why not go for the extra 1,000 damage at the end of the game. The Progetto, especially from here, I'm kind of playing a dangerous game here because he is above me, so my armor is going to be weaker. But I trust in my I trust my reload. I hit him for 400, so he's a 3-shot for me, and 7-second reload. The second one tracks. He's stuck there. Puts another bounce in, another bounce, and before I can get this round in, he actually hits me and hits my ammo rack. I'm lucky I didn't get tracked, or I mean, sorry, ammo racked. But that being said, the game's over. We did about 6,400 damage. Once again, not the best game you can have in this vehicle, but it's at the end of the day, it's a very good outcome. But like I said, the main thing about this was just showing you that it wasn't all that OP. But I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.